Hey guys, we're not just videotaping a lake here, it's actually a gravel dredging operation here. This big lake here was a gravel pit, and here in this part of Manitoba a lot of the gravel lies below the water table. So this is the actual water table around here, or pretty damn close to it. And they're using a skyline dredging kind of operation here. I've made a video of this machine once before as just a walk around in a different pit, and this is it in action. It's not really a whole lot to see. You sort of see that carriage bouncing up and down in the water there, and it's anchored to an old 245 cat excavator at the opposite end of the pit, and there's a special type of dragline bucket that's dragging along the bottom of that lake there, dragging up gravel and sand. And this type of operation is pretty common in southeastern Manitoba. I'm not sure about other parts of Manitoba, but here you see quite a few of these, and they can dig down like 80 to 100 feet. So you see some of the cables starting to come up there and bounce around a lot. Kind of looks like it'd be fun to ride on almost. But they use this special set of winches and a mast and cables and everything, and it basically pulls that bucket out to the other end of the pit, or as far as they want to bring it out, and then they lower it down to the bottom sort of thing, and it starts pulling gravel up from the bottom. And they stockpile it in a big pile so that the water can eventually drain out, and then they'll feed it through a crushing plant. And this crushing plant in particular has a wash plant onto it. One of the reasons why I could get this video today is just because it's off the side of the road, so I don't have to worry about anybody chasing me away. But you can see the bucket now. It's sort of like an upside down bucket, kind of a C shape. You see the pulleys and the rigging, the stuff that's above water. And he'll just pull it into that pile, and then the loader will come and tram it to the top of this big stockpile off to the right. Bounce. And retracts it back into the lake. But this is one method that's, or very common method that's used for dredging gravel in southeastern Manitoba. There are a couple other, well, I know of one other type of operation where they use a floating clamshell dredge with this floating conveyor belt system, but it's like a $30 million system that's owned by Inland Cement, and I don't know if they'd let me on their property to videotape it. But they use a 16-yard clamshell, and it floats on the lake, and it goes down about 80 to 100 feet at the deepest. But with this method, they lose a lot of shoreline. I talked to a guy that worked at a different operation, and he told me that every year they lose about 6 feet of shoreline or more. So it's not exactly the best system, but it's probably the cheapest and most effective. We'll get it, we'll see if we can get another video of it retracting that bucket, get another footage of it.